You're listening to the Impact Implosion on the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
March 29th, 2016. It is another episode of the Impact Implosion here on the AngryMarks Podcast Network. As always, I am Seth Draken, and on the other end of the tin can and string is the Cadbury to my bunny, not Blade Braxton, Mr. Mike Poland.
Hello! You know it's a good Easter when you get those eggs.
Man. I'm not drunk this week. I swear.
You should have been for this show. Other than like a few things.
Not really. The show was a C- show. It's like there were certain parts. Yes, I should have been drunk for, but all right.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to the news.
A little news though.
Yeah, TNA signed
to deal with the Fight Network.
Yep.
I thought they already did that at one point.
Well. Get
Angelina Love is gone. She had Davey Richardson's kid.
Yeah, she decided, I'll be a mom. Which, thank you, Davey. Thank you, Davey, for knocking her up. American strong style, buddy. Let the best man win.
Yep.
So, update on the investors story. Well, actually, no, we'll get to that last. Next is, they've signed a few more people. Pepper Parks, Laura Dennis's, boyfriend, Laura Dennis's boyfriend, and, they signed, Sylvester LaFord and, the guys formerly known as Sylvester LaForce and Marcus Dupree. Louis, Marcus Louis, yeah.
Not Dupree.
No, Marcus Louis. Yeah, they're under different names, but they got signed. So, Legionnaires. So, let's get to this investor story.
Is it MVP again?
No, it's not MVP this time. It is apparently they have issues with this investors. Is one of them wants majority, and they are looking, and another one, the other party is looking for 55%. So they want a real majority.
Wait, one's looking for the whole company and one's only looking for half.
No, someone's looking for there is only one party here. My bad, I got the things mixed up. The potential partners are looking for something around 55% of the company, but Dixie Carter does not want to sell the majority of the company.
How is that the majority? She still has half, or a little less than it.
No, she had a little less than half. That is a minority.
Oh. Yeah,
so she does not she wants to be the majority owner.
Dixie.
But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen because I think the people who are relatively serious don't want her to be the leader. I'm sorry.
Good.
They don't. They've seen the problems. It's the same thing with freaking what they lost Toby Keith because they were going to sell to Toby Keith and see Country Music Television, but unfortunately Bob Ryder wanted it in the contract that Dixie Carter is still with the company in some way, and in some way of authority, and they were like, no. And that was Jeff Jarrett who put that deal together. Although not the part where Toby Keith, he get Toby Keith and CMT interested, but yeah, Bob Ryder fucked that deal up because he didn't want his daughter to lose interest.
Who's his daughter?
His daughter's
Bob Carter?
Bob Carter, yes. Bob Carter didn't want
Bob Ryder's used to be like a magazine writer.
Bob Ryder works for TNA. My bad. Fat Bob Ryder works for TNA. My bad.
He's their PR.
Yes, yeah, he's with PR, and he's one of Dixie's high people.
Her minions.
Yeah, so Yeah, Bob
That's
Carter
ironic, 'cause
doesn't
there's
want
a
her
minion
daughter.
named Bob.
Bob
But
Carter
anyway.
doesn't want her daughter to lose.
His daughter.
Bob Carter doesn't want his daughter to lose interest in the company.
Well,
Yeah. So,
just all the fans.
yeah. Even though that's best for the fans that she's no longer around, but not to him.
Any ratings news for last week's show?
Last week's show also was positive, went a little up.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it's been official. It's turned about they were rising with the EC3, they were going down with the Matt Hardy, and they're going back up with Drew Galloway now. And I forgot TNA pulled EC3 from an indie show. There's that whole conundrum.
House of Glory.
Yep. And Preston City Wrestling, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, at WrestleMania weekend.
On to Impact.
On to the show. We start off with revealing all the recap of last week's show. And then the Hardy brand shows up.
I am iconic.
I am iconic.
No, you're not, Matt. Sorry.
So he is here to protest because he is
I
mad.
should be in the title match, even though I lost the gauntlet.
You lost the gauntlet, except for that Hardy traitor, my brother.
It's every man for himself, and I'm pretty sure.
So he says it won't happen tonight. He is the only one that deserves the title shot. He wants his rematch right now. Now.
He's going to throw a Christian temper tantrum in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, he does.
Here comes Mike Bennett and Maria.
And they're like, Matt, you're getting a little old. You need to relax and chill.
You're getting old, yeah.
He's like, no one also wants to see Jeff Hardy get a title shot, but Matt,
judging by the ratings, no one wants to see you as champion.
Yeah, so TNA needs a miracle. And when he becomes the world champion, he will be giving people the miracle they need. Not these people, but the people that ask, yes, we do. And Rebby cuts them off by saying, get out of our ring. This is Matt's moment. And Maria's like, oh, you Firecrotch, get out of here. Yes, she called him Maria Firecrotch. So and Maria's like, well, I forget what she said to the Rebby. I think I had it here.
I am the first lady of professional wrestling, and I don't think you know what it's like to be a lady.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then Maria's like, I know, I'm going to take my earring and put it in your face.
She basically goes all ghetto on her.
Yeah. By the way, I got to say this to Maria, that outfit and the way you did your hair, it's not working.
Yeah,
No, it didn't look right. So they're about to fight when EC3 shows up. EC3 then starts off by saying, I'm sorry here, but I'm going to do a prayer here. I'm sorry, Lord, but I'm going to give these guys a personal hell. So, amen?
Dear God, my name is Mike Bennett. Why do I absolutely suck? Oh, wait, that was something else. Never mind.
Yeah, so he's like, amen?
Amen?
Yeah. So EC3's like, he's the 8-time Altar Boy of the Year. That's why he did his freaking prayer thing.
Catholic. Yeah. Oh, boy.
8-time Altar Boy of the Year.
Not sure that's something I would admit, but anyway.
No.
And this basically leads to EC3 challenging Matt Hardy.
Oh, yeah, he also had Bennett has other... I know Bennett says, I have other plans, I'm not going to fight tonight, and he's like, oh, of course you got other plans. Getting another $4 haircut.
Huh.
So, I'll take you on, and Hardy's like, why don't you take on the entire Matt Hardy brand? Me, Rexstar Spud, Tyrus, and Rebby Sky. And I'm like, what? It's like, hold on. You're gonna put your wife in the match? What way to protect the mother of your child, who isn't out there, by the way, because it was nap time.
And probably because Lady Tyrus is gonna end up wrestling.
Oh yeah, and
we can't have him carrying the baby this week.
Yeah, EC3's like, well, at least one of you has balls in that group. Yeah, at least one of you will have balls in this match. Talking about Rebby. So, so handicap match. This was kind of weird. But before the match, AJ Styles buy our DVD when he was with this company before we let his ass go like idiots.
Tyrus, make a quick buck.
Tyrus did push-ups on EC3. Yeah, that works with Steiner. Doesn't work with you. Scott Steiner, by the way.
Tyrus, you're a 400-pound man trying to do push-ups.
Yeah.
That doesn't usually look good. Trust me, I've tried.
So, basically, there's like a point where Matt Hardy, all of them were beating up E3, but at a point EC3 was beating all three of them up. And because that was happening, Bennett interferes. So the entire Hardy stable gets DQ'd. Yes, EC3 beat all four people on Team Hardy
by DQ
in a handicap match all by himself.
Building a good heel stable.
Yeah, your top heel stable just got their asses just lost to one man.
Luckily there was no pinfall.
So here comes Beer Money. And they also beat up on the stable, on all of them. So 6-man tag. Spud's not in the match. Spud and Revy aren't in the match. So it's Matt Tyrus and Mike Bennett versus EC3 and Beer Money. EC3 chased
7-on-3 in this match.
No, it was Why was it 7-on-3?
But you got three people on the outside.
Spud and Revy weren't there.
Oh, so it's 4-on-3 because Maria was out there.
Yeah, Spud and Revy disappeared for some reason.
Papa Shango got to him.
Yeah, Papa Shango at this point. Fuck Papa Shango on a panda with the boogeyman. Got to him. So, EC3 chased off Mike Bennett and Maria to the back. And
Mike Bennett used Maria as a shield.
Yeah.
What kind of man is Mike Bennett? A smart one, Josh. You didn't want to get his butt kicked.
So Bobby Roode gets in a double team situation
because on Tyrus.
Jabe Storm got beat up most of the match, so he's not. So Tyrus hits him with a heart punch. Matt Hardy hits a twist of fate. Pinfall.
I hate the heart punch.
Yeah, it used to work back in the day when certain people did it, but
is it the heart punch or was this the Umaga thumb to the throat?
No, it's a heart punch.
Ugh.
They do the heart punch, not a thing to the throat.
This is not the 70s. This isn't Stan Stasiak beating Pedro Morales. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and those guys, you really believe they could. A real person punching you in the heart really hurts, but these guys ain't punching really hard in the heart.
Nope.
So yeah, it's not a good move anymore. So main event tonight's going to be Drew Galloway versus Jeff Hardy for the world title.
First time ever.
Yep, and then Jeremy Borash is with Gail Kim. Gail Kim is mad she didn't get to face Maria last week. No one else is, of course.
Why would you be mad about that?
I know, no one else is. So she's like, well, since Maria pulled the number one contenders match last week, I'm going to pull it. I got to talk to the people backstage, and I got to pull a number one contendership match between Velvet Sky and Madison Rayne. And I was like, shit.
The only other face knockouts in the company besides you.
So the bromans are in their locker room talking about being glad to be back together. And then Eli Drake shows up. This is Jesse for them being back together and says, I'm going to get out here, do something better than talking to you two.
Why don't you crawl back in that hole that you came out of?
Yeah,
I'm thinking Eli Drake. I think he probably came out of that same hole too, but anyway.
Yeah, Eli Drake's like, that's all Eli Drake for today. So Velvet Sky gets the jobber entrance, and she's facing Madison Rayne. The piss break match. Madison Rayne no longer has the Killer Queen entrant theme. She gets a rather generic theme, which is sort of better since the Killer Queen thing sucked as a face.
Yeah, because it drains the reaction.
Oh, God, this fucking match. Let me explain to you what this match was. Rest holds, handshakes, and pinfalls attempts. That's all this was. There was no real punching, no psychology
to it.
Nothing. It was just these two trying to pin each other And in the end, Madison Rayne wins with the jackknife pin.
And
You are
guys,
excused if you witness this match with how boring this was.
And they shake hands and hug.
So yes, Gail Kim, you must hate us all for putting that match together. There is no other way possible. At least there was some competition with what Maria did. You just wanted to piss us off.
Let's put a decent knockout against one that's not.
Yeah, you're seriously, I'm wondering who's the face and who's the heel here between Maria and Gail Kim here. Because Maria actually wants to put good wrestling on.
And the fact that she also she broke up the dollhouse, which probably would have happened eventually anyways.
Yeah, probably for the best. And Gail, just put two women who don't give a shit.
The only other face women on the roster besides her.
So, that match was terrible. Then we got a good moment. Pope decides he's going to the ring because he needs to speak his mind.
He's going to speak on this.
He's like, sometimes when I'm good, and when I'm bad,
I'm better.
So,
coloring line.
He talks about defending Josh Matthews last week.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And of course, as soon as he says that, here comes Franklin.
Pope, get out of my ring, and I have a horrible list.
Yeah, go get out of my... You're not a man. You're an announcer. I'm like, so apparently announcers aren't men. To the turtle here. So, I'm going to have you apologize for costing me the gauntlet last week. And he's like, dude, if I apologize with you and go back to that, Pope's like, look, Pope goes off on him and says, no regrets, man. No regrets. If I apologize to you and go back to my announcing table, that would be the biggest regret I have. So, come on, let's fight. And it was like, no, you don't want to do this.
No.
You don't want to do this at all. Come on, go sit down. And he's like, maybe I should do that. Or second thought, and he sucker punches him with a mic. And we get a full apart brawl where both of them are kicking officials and refs' asses.
This was a great segment.
Yeah. Franklin tries to spear Pope while the refs are like, no.
And Pope just tosses him to the floor.
Yeah, and they continue to fight, continue to beat up more people, and they just want to fight. And as the fight continues, Josh feels now it is time to show what we already saw in the beginning of the show. And we get another music video for the Decay.
Who are on the show this week?
Of course they're not. But we got to keep reminding us they exist. And then once again, TNA's got to, why haven't you bought that AJ Styles DVD yet?
Because I don't want to pay exorbitant shipping prices.
Matt Hardy makes a prediction that he will win the Drew Galloway Jeff Hardy match. And I'm like, how?
You're not in the match.
Yeah. So JB comes out to replace Pope, and Eric Young and Bram come out. And Bram, AY talks about, Bram, you kind of eliminated me last week, so I'm a little upset about that. I know it's probably
every man for himself.
So I'm willing to forgive you. And I'm like, it was an accident. He didn't mean to eliminate you.
Heat of the moment.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even heat of the moment. It was he missed somebody else and just eliminated you.
Yep.
So EY's like, that's my world title. And I'm like, can stop everyone claiming it's the world title? Only one man has that it's his world title. It's not yours.
I wouldn't even call TNA's title a world title, even though it's been defended in Japan and I think England.
Yeah. EY, it's not yours either. You have the King of the Mountain title. That's fine. Don't claim the the TNA world title is yours. So, of course.
The Romance come out. Boom.
So, of course, they challenge these two to a match.
Where does Jesse Goddard suddenly get charisma from?
Maybe Eli Drake. I didn't really notice the charisma through my irritating groans at their back. But
and the Bromance pin Eric Young to win.
Yes.
They're burying Eric on the way out.
Because EY punches Bram. EY actually hits Bram, and they hit the bro down on
the
what?
Or the bro down, whatever. The hard
bro
attack.
down on
Whatever they call it.
Yeah, the bro down on I think it was EY they pinned.
Yes, I just said they're burying EY on the way out.
Yeah, they are. So
well, Rude
next
also took in his match earlier.
Is Grado and Ishira talking about celebration.
God.
More like a mourning. But they get their asses kicked.
Out of nowhere.
Yay! It's by Al Snow. What? So yes, Al Snow groin kicks Shira. A good friend of mine would kind of enjoy groin kicks, but Shira so Shira's out, and Grado gets his arm broken by a lead
in the
pipe.
groin with a football. Could have been like the old man from The Simpsons.
Yeah. Seriously. That Al Snow's getting the role to take out Grado for a while. Why? Why?
Because they need to do their yearly Al Snow feud.
Let me say how this could have been done better. And this will go back a little bit to that whole situation where Eli Drake took the briefcase. And
Eli Drake wins a ladder match and we never see Grado again.
No, that would be perfect. But if you're going to do Grado versus Al Snow, here's how you do it. You have Al Snow congratulate Grado and take the picture with him. Meanwhile, Eli Drake's in the back fiddling around with the two while Grado ain't looking. And Al Snow's Grado gets fired. You see Al Snow going, sorry, man. I don't know what happened. So then you go to with all this Grado stuff, and Al Snow's like trying to support Grado, and then Al Snow shows up and basically reveals that it's him and Eli Drake were in cahoots the whole time.
Grado.
They were in cahoots the whole time, believing Grado does not belong in this picture, and Eli Drake's the one who breaks Grado's arm. There.
Yep.
I did you a favor.
It was me, Grado. It was me all along, Grado.
So, yeah, that would have been better than just Al Snow pops out of the blue and just decides he hates Grado again, even though we already settled that shit last year.
And now he's going to feud with Shira.
Yeah.
What did he hit Grado in the arm with? A pipe?
Yeah, pipe.
Okay.
That was obviously a pipe. So, X Division segment. I thought it was an X Division segment. Here comes Shane Helms, and Trevor Lee, who is the most uninterested person in this goddamn building. All of his fucking mannerisms, he is the teenage mannerisms, even while his mentor, Gregory Shane Helms, is talking. He is like, you see the scorn on his face watching all of this.
Why am I not over?
Why am I here? Like, when is this gonna fucking end? Come on, this is taking too long.
That's not how you should be when you're the champion.
They put the title on you. They trust you. You don't, I know it's a prop in some places, but even when they trust you with this prop, you gotta act professional.
Give a shit.
Yeah. They expect you to act professional. You're not on your way out. Trevor Lee is a nobody. I hate to say this. He's not somebody who WWE is knocking on his door or something. He's a nothing. But here he is, just basically, fuck this. All this shit.
I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here and stuff. So anyway, that was irritating me the entire time I was watching this. I had to get that out of the way. So fuck Trevor Lee. He's on my shit list right now for that shit. Even higher than Grado right now. And Grado's high on Grado and the Bromans, because he's high on my shit list right now for that. So anyway.
And here comes Eddie Edwards.
Gregory Shane Helms talks to Eddie Edwards, and he says, you and the Wolves are awesome, and I know your partner's injured, but you still are owed a rematch for the tag titles. I want to be your partner.
And you got a week to think about it.
You know what? I'll give you a week to think about it, but just...
Shane Helms, you are about 15 years past your prime, buddy.
But he's like, yeah. So moments ago, the only positive thing happened as the Pope and Franklin brawled. Positive, notable thing that happened. And Pope wants to fight Lashley one-on-one next week with no ref or security guards.
Oh, that could turn out well.
Yeah. So then Josh mentions the TNA partnership with Fight Network. It says you're going to get more from us, from Fight Network. And main events Drew Galloway against Jeff Hardy. This really should be good. And it was pretty good. But one thing that irritated me is during the match, they went to a commercial break. And after the commercial break, there was a Celtic Cross hit and a 2 count. We came back to Drew Galloway going for a 2 count. That kind of, I hate that. So.
We're not leaving until this match ends, folks.
Yeah, you're a taped show. You know you're a taped show. You don't need to act like you're live. You're not. Everyone knows you're not live. You've basically hyped up that these are tapings on your website and stuff. You come to our tapings. They're free. Come to
watch our product.
Yeah. So, Twist of Fate by Jeff Hardy, and he goes for the Swanton, but Drew's smart and stops him. Grabs his leg, knocks him down a little bit, and so hits him with superplex for a 2 count.
Then we get the stupid spot of the match, which is Jeff going for a Swanton with Drew on the steps.
No, that didn't happen. It was Claymore kick, only got a 2 spot. There was a strange reversal. I think Drew was trying a rolling senton on from off the top rope, like a Green Bay plunge kind of situation.
Finley roll.
And so Jeff really changed his position and stuff and just basically hit him with I think it was like a front DDT or something. It really looked weird. And then there was a Twist of Fate and a Swanton by Jeff Hardy. Only got a 2 count. And that's when the stupid spot happened. Jeff moves the stairs, puts Drew on it, goes for the Swanton, but instead of Drew moving out of the way and Jeff falling flat on his back, because I don't know how many more Jeff could take, Jeff takes even a worse spot where he lands on his knees.
That's safe.
Drew's knees hit him at the last minute. What?
I said, that's safe.
Yeah.
Jeff, you're going to be a cripple by the time you're 50.
Jeff's going to be like Dynamite Kid when he retires.
No, he's bitter.
Yeah, and he's going to be bitter and shit. And it's really... because his brother's already bitter. They're going to be the bitter twins.
Except they're not identical.
I know. The bitter boys.
The bitter brothers. Yeah. We were in TLC once.
Yeah.
Please sign us.
We were in TLC once, so we made a lot of stupid freaking calls. And wrestling fucking's ruined people's lives and shit. Be assholes to people.
Alienate. WWE will never take us back.
Yeah.
That's why we're stuck here in TNA.
Yeah, Future Shock DDP by Drew, and he retains the title.
Yep.
Pretty good match, as we said. So they shake each other's hands, and here comes Matt Hardy announcing, next week's show is going to be called Revenge, and that seems perfect because I'm getting my rematch next week. And Drew's like, you're pissing me off. We just had a good match. But you know what?
You're pissing me off, man.
I'll fight you right now. And Matt did. So then suddenly EY and Bram decide to come out, attack Jeff Hardy outside the ring, and help him beat up on Matt beat up on Drew. And then in the end, Drew and Jeff beat all 3 of them up. And Jeff's like, you know what, EY, I'm tired of this. We're going to wrestle 6 sides of steel, Hardy's Revenge 2.
Yay.
And that's the end of the show. Like I said, I gave this a C-.
Sounds about right for a grade.
It really, there were times this show really ended up being looked like a D.
Not
some
good.
of the stuff was passable, some of it wasn't.
Cough, cough. Velvet and Madison Rain.
Velvet and Madison Rain, the freaking Gradle thing continues to, like, they find new ways to fuck that up. The idea that
Tyrus's faction or Matt's faction.
That's kind of funny, but
he did that like the first when he had that match with Spud, where or whatever it was on one of those tapings where he's not gonna make it to the ring. Oh wait, he locked Tyrus in the box.
Yeah, no, he did that with both Matt and Tyrus. Locked him in the back of the trunk. Locked him in the back, beat him up, lock him in the back of the trunk.
They really are the Three Stooges.
No. So yeah, Eddie Edwards would be passable. The Eddie Edwards Gregory Helms thing would be setting up something like the fucking Trevor Lee gave a shit. Trevor Lee at least tried. That would be passable.
Yep.
It's because they're setting up something. But no, just some things.
We're not getting that shit.
So, not as good as last week, but it was okay.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's it. I got nothing to sell if you don't.
Well, I already, on Saturday afternoon, actually, it turned out to be actually Saturday night, but I finished the induction of Blood Diner.
Yay, Blood Diner.
And the next movie I will be doing is Unfriended.
I saw that.
Yes, that shit. I will be doing that movie.
Killer.
Yes.
There's a killer inside our computer.
It's the Skype killer.
We don't know how everybody's getting killed.
The Skype killer. The killer Skype ghost.
Quick, block him. Oh, wait, this person died.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah. Everyone's an asshole, and they all die. Well, yep. That's basically what happens for as long
Spoilers for a terrible movie.
Yeah, as if you didn't realize the whole thing. Everyone dies.
Everybody dies.
Yeah.
And with that, I think we can put this baby to bed.
And Miley, we are heading to bed.
Yep. We'll talk to you next week.